So in this video, I'm going to teach you how to set up your LinkedIn profile. There are about 15 elements in your LinkedIn profile, but not all of them are relevant to achieving our goal of either getting a job or getting clients or building your authority on LinkedIn. So out of the 15 elements of your LinkedIn profile, we are focusing on just 9. And they are your cover image, your profile picture, your profile photo, your headline, your summary or about section, your service page, your experience section, your education, your skills and endorsements, and your certifications. So I will show you these 9 elements and how to set them up and why each of them is pivotal to achieving your goal on LinkedIn. But just a quick digressing from the purpose of this video. Why do you have to focus? Why do you have to pay attention to your LinkedIn profile? Why do you have to spend so much energy, or at least the best amount of time and effort that you can in setting up your LinkedIn profile? Now, the reason is simple. Your LinkedIn profile is a place that your potential recruiters, your potential customers, and your audience go to learn more about who you are and what you do and why they should work with you or hire you or take what you say seriously as an authority. It is like your website. It is like your landing page. If you are into this this digital marketing space, it's like your landing page. It's where you tell your full story. It's where you let them know everything about you. So it makes sense that you spend some time doing it. And there's one thing I tell people every time. And what I tell them is this: every good thing on LinkedIn starts from a well-organized and a stellar profile. Let me say that again. Every good thing on LinkedIn starts from a well-organized and stellar profile. So every single minute you commit to fixing your profile is every minute invested in getting results from LinkedIn. So I'll go ahead. I believe that is very clear. So I'll go ahead to the main portion of this video, which is setting up your profile. I recommend that as you are watching the video, you are doing what I'm saying. Don't just watch it and scroll to the next video. Take your time. As I say, fix this. Go to your LinkedIn profile, either on your mobile device, or on your laptop, or your desktop computer, and do what I'm doing. That way, you get it done instead of just packing the theories in your head. So let's go. So, like I said before, there are 9 parts to your LinkedIn profile. The first one is your cover image. This is your cover image, this. And it is the first thing that your visitors see when they come to your LinkedIn profile. It is just like you have in every other social media app or platform like Facebook and Twitter. I think Instagram does not have it. It's only Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn that has it. Now, I want you to look at this cover image from a professional point of view. When somebody comes to your LinkedIn profile, the biggest thing they see is your cover image. The cover image has the largest real estate, and it is called above the fold. Above the fold, the cover image is the largest space in your profile. So it makes sense that you pay attention to what you do there to help you achieve your goal, because that's the first thing your customers may see, the people that come to your profile may see, and that may be the last thing they will see. Okay. So as we move ahead, I want you to note that every specific location of your LinkedIn profile is every location where your potential recruiter or a potential customer will click away from your profile. So it means you should pay attention to what you do in every section. Now, LinkedIn gives you the space to sell yourself, to sell your skills, your services, what you bring to the table, if I should use that word. Now, depending on your profession, your career, or the services you offer, you can design this cover image differently. So me, I am a content strategist. I used this statement to give them a quick understanding of what I offer. So that's the first thing. They should understand what you offer. The second thing is there should be a call to action. So I added a call to action here. Ask me how. Okay? That ask me how, maybe them messaging me or connecting with me. Then the third thing that you should do with your cover image is make it fine. Depending on the services you offer, make it aesthetic. So I am a content person. Most of my work is words. So I focus on the words. If you're a designer, make this thing show that you're a designer. If you're a web developer, make it show you're a web developer. If you're a software developer, make it show that you're a software developer. If you're a web designer or graphic designer, one way you can do this is add a screenshot of what you do. Let's say, for example, you're a graphic designer, you can add screenshot of the designs you've done. If you're a web developer or web designer, you can add screenshots of the websites you've worked on. If you're a software developer, you can add information. You can add information about the software you worked on, the companies you worked on, the stacks, the software stacks you work with. If you offer, let's say you offer education services, you can state what you offer here. Okay, so make it fine. Now, let me show you examples of some nice profiles cutting across different professions that have done this. So these are them. Okay, I think now we're done with that. But one thing I want to mention is the cover image is the major asset that beautifies your website, your LinkedIn profile. So use your colors very well. Okay. And the next thing is your profile picture. Your profile picture is just like profile picture in every other platform. But there are some things you have to take note of in your profile picture. The number one thing you have to take note of your profile picture is this. The background in your profile picture should be the same background. The background color in your profile picture should be the same background with the profile picture on with the color, the background color of your cover image. That is one. The second thing is your profile picture should be a portrait. Don't use your complete self. It's not a photo challenge. Okay, use a portrait just like I did there, showing the full pictures of your face and below your neck and a little bit of your shoulders. That is okay. Then wear a smile. Don't frown. Wear a smile. You want to show these people that you are welcoming. So wear a smile. This is the best smile I could put up that very day, and I think it's the best smile in the world. So be well dressed. See, I'm wearing just a simple shirt, right? Then don't edit the picture so much. Make it very clear and simple. And like I said before, do not use your entire body. Don't use your full length. Use just this kind of portrait picture. Okay. Now, you may already have some pictures on your phone that you can convert to your profile picture like this. There's a software, there's an app I saw that you can use. It's called pfpmaker.com. So when you go there, you can easily upload a picture with different background colors. So I found this software very, very useful and easy to use. So you see, you can change the background colors and all of that, and then download the picture. Okay. So when you do that, you copy your image, you upload your image to your profile picture. There are also AI apps that you can use to dress yourself. So let's say you have a nice picture, but the dress you're wearing is not very good. You can use each different AI apps to change the dress you're wearing and make it even more professional. For example, you don't have any picture on your phone at all. There's no picture you can cut or edit to use for your profile picture. Thank God for our devices of nowadays. So with your phone, you can easily go and clean your face, arrange your hair, go to a well-lit area in your house and take a picture with your phone and use the AI softwares or the app, the PF Maker, to adjust it to this frame, this size. Your profile image is very important. Some people don't add profile pictures. Some people add terrible profile picture. It should not be any of them. Ensure you add a simple professional profile picture, just like I have in my profile here. Okay, now to the next point. The next point is your your subject line, your headline. Now, some people think that the headline is their job title. No. When somebody is coming to your LinkedIn profile, what the person wants to learn and see is not, he doesn't want to come and see your resume. Okay? He wants to come and see what you can do, not particularly your job title. Why do I say that? If you just write, for example, copywriter or web designer, there are 1,000 web designers on LinkedIn. More than 1,000. Let me say a million web designers on LinkedIn. So why should he work with you? And remember when I said you should always assume that every point of your LinkedIn profile is where the person looking at it, a potential customer or a potential recruiter. Now let's call them audience. I'll use the word audience moving forward to refer to your potential recruiter or customer. Okay, so remember when I said every point in your profile is where your audience can click away or get discouraged from working with you. So it means you should serve them well with every information they need, and that space allows you to. So this your headline is where you can sell yourself for them, not just mentioning your job title, but explain what you can offer. But that is what whoever is coming to your profile wants to come and see. Your goal should be this: whoever lands on my profile and sees my headline should be able to tell who I am and what I do and what I can offer them. content strategist. That is my role. That's who I am. I help SaaS companies create content strategies that generate. You see, so I've stated what I can do. Then this is what I've done. So this is um, information about the results I've gotten for people I've worked with. So whoever sees this knows immediately what I am and what I do. Okay, so even though he doesn't read, he or she, even though the audience doesn't read anything else, they know what I do already. And if I meet their criteria, they can easily send me a message or connect with me. Now there are simple formulas that you can use for this, okay, to create your headlines. Now I have three formulas that you can use to. So I have four formulas that you can use to create a nice headline. Here they are. So the first one is title. Then I help target is your audience, the people you want to work for, get the benefit you want. Then that's one title. Okay, that's one headline. The second one is this title. I help your target people you want to work with get through the benefit you want them, the benefit you help them get through. This is what you do. How do you get it? Okay. And the last one is title, which is your title. I title, which is your title, helping your target customers do. You put the action, then you put the results you have gotten before. So if you take a look at mine here, I said content strategies. I help SaaS companies create content strategies that generate so. And these are the results I've gotten already. So those are three formulas that you can use. Now the fourth one is I swapped it a little bit. Okay. I started with the what you offer for your title. So I help target get them before I add my title. Okay. So you can just use any of this formula or combine them based on what you offer. So I believe it is very clear on how to use these formulas. So if you use any of this, you are good to go. You don't have any problem with your headline anymore. It is good to go. Now don't worry about this stuff here. It's a different thing altogether. When you spend some time on LinkedIn, you have the ability to get something like this. Okay. Now, finally, on your headlines, there are some things. There are some 5 tips you can use for your headlines. Don't try to generate titles. Ensure you use title case. Communicate your benefits upfront. Don't use big words or big grammar. Use simple words. LinkedIn gives you over 100 characters. You don't have to use everything. You don't have to use everything. You can just use as many as you need and leave the rest. Okay. When you go to your LinkedIn and click on add profile section, that's where you then see how to add every other point of your LinkedIn profile if you have not done that before. Okay. So from here you can decide to add position, add services, add education, add career, add skills, and so on and so forth. So if you have not added any particular portion of your LinkedIn profile, a particular element of your LinkedIn profile, like as I've mentioned, the 9 elements, this is where you select which one you want to add and add them. Okay. Then don't worry about any of all these other ones. They're not very important. Okay. Now let's move to the next section. The next one is your about section. Now your about section is your opportunity to sell yourself. Opportunity to sell yourself in more detail. You have more space to sell yourself. Okay. Now my about section is a little bit more sophisticated because of how long I've spent on LinkedIn. So there are some about sections that are just one sentence because of their brand authority, because of the kind of authority they have created on LinkedIn. So just state a paragraph and you're okay. But for you, you can't do what I did here. Okay. Now I'll give you a simple formula like a follow to create an about section to help you attract your ideal customers and your ideal recruiters, like we said, your audience. Now, if you can go ahead and use the structure I use here, okay, if you want to, perfect. But let me show you a better a structure that will suit you right now. Now, here's a simple formula to create your about section. Now, let me show you my about section when I was a copywriter. This is it. You see how detailed it was and very long, right? This is how I want you to structure your about section. You see I structured it. This first section repeated what I said in my headline. So it's like ensuring the story continues. And what I do. So this is the first portion of the about formula. What I do, my process, how I do it. who I do it for, and who you are. So you see, I didn't put who I am at the beginning, but that's not what they came in for. They came in to see what I can offer them, right? So who I am is the last part that will validate whatever I said at the beginning. Okay, this the formula I gave you. You can use that formula to create a simple story about you, your services, and why they should work with you. Now here are some tips that you should use for your about section. Don't write in the third person. Don't say, especially if you are selling a service, if you want to be hired. Now it's common for people to say, my name is John. So I was then say John is an expert copywriter XYZ. Don't do that. You say me, I am. So the first person point of view is always effective. So don't use the third person that says in your about section that says something like John John started working as a brand strategist in 2021. Blah, blah, blah. Say I, me. Okay. So don't use third person. Always write in the first person. So write like you're talking to another person. Don't make it very, very complicated. Write in a very simple way. The way you're talking, the way you would. If you're in front of an interviewer and they ask you, "Can we know you?" In fact, this is not an interviewing video, but this is a tip. You can use this about formula to dazzle your interviewer when they ask you, "Can we know you?" Tell them what you do. Use this. Let me go back to the formula. Okay. Tell them what you do. Tell them how you do it. Tell them who you have done it for, who you do it for, and who you are in terms of your skill sets, your qualifications. Okay. So that's what you should focus on. So always use simple words. So speak to one person. Say instead of saying I help businesses do this, say I help you or I help your business. Okay, make it like you're talking to the person directly, person reading it. Because at every point in time, one person, people will be reading your about section individually. So speak to them. Okay. Again, you have 2,000 characters, so make use of it, but you don't have to use everything. All right. So this is out of it. Now, one more thing. If your LinkedIn profile is a landing page, like remember the analogy I created initially. I mean, your about section is the main thing, is the main body of your landing page where you talk about what you do and how you do it and who you do it for and so on. Okay. And the next section is your services. Now, LinkedIn introduced this recently for people that offer services. So if you're a graphic designer, you're a web developer, you're a copywriter, you're an educationist, you're a software developer, this is where you can explain your services. So it's very, very, I think the word count here is, I think 700 characters or so. So you have to make the best use of it. Okay, so see the formula I use. You can use this formula, straightforward. The core benefits. This is what you offer. This is how you do it. This is the social proof that you've done it before. This is the call to action. Okay. Now, the final note on the about section, ensure you add a call to action. Don't just leave it like that. Add a call to action, at least one. I added multiple ones in mind. Ensure you add a call to action to your about section to make them know what they have to do. Okay. See the formula here, right? What I do, my process, who I do it for, who I am. Let's talk call to action. So you can add different mediums to which they can connect with you. So for your service page, add a call to action. Add one call to action here. So you can use this formula to create a service page. Now the beauty about the service pages, you can add graphics. Okay, you can upload media. So if you're a web designer, you're a graphic designer, you're a software developer, you can upload images and videos and anything of images and videos, of what you have done. And also, in your about section, you attach some skills to it. So the skills that relate to that service, it allows you to be found when people are searching for people that offer that skill. So add those skills in your about section. So they call them services. So somebody sends in skills, and you fill up the other information that is there. Okay. Now, the next one is your work experience. Now, this is where a lot of people make mistakes. This is where a lot of people make mistakes. Okay, the work experience you add, there should not be all the work experience you've had all your life. It should be the work experience relevant to the job you want to get. Again, let me repeat that. It should be the work experience relevant to the job you want to get or the services you are currently offering. Let's say I'm a content strategist and I was a, let me say, web developer. It may not really help. Let's say I was a web developer before. No, let me not use web developer. Let me say I was a teacher before. I was a teacher. I taught physics for like 3 years. Adding into this place will not help my case. Okay, whoever comes here will not will not learn anything, will not be convinced to hire me I if I'm offering content strategies service right now and I was a teacher before. So only add services, only add experience. Sorry, only add experiences that is relevant to the current job you want to get, you desire to be hired for, or the services you want to be hired for. Take a look at that. So you take a look at mine. I used to have a lot of experiences. I have like 4 copywriting experience. Some about 4 more. I removed all of them because I wanted to focus on content strategy, and I wanted whoever comes here to know that I'm a content strategist. So add experiences that is relevant. Again, finally, add experience that is relevant to the service you want to offer or the job you want to be hired for. It is important that you focus on those service, on those experiences, just them. Don't add, please don't add if you're a Nigerian and you went for new service, don't add it here. It's irrelevant. If you went for IT, don't add it here. Remove them. You are done with that part. Except you want to be hired for a job where they want to know where you did your IT or did your new service. Okay. Or if you know for sure that it's not relevant, remove it. Okay. You can easily add your experience by clicking on the plus button here. And you can edit it by clicking on this pencil button. And if that's it for the experience. So key points, add as many as possible, but relevant to what you're looking for. Now, in each of the experience, don't just write the experience and leave it. Explain the experience. Give them more information. Now, the key formula I use when adding the flesh to the experience section is to talk about what I accomplished, not my daily task. So if you're a social media manager, for example, don't say I post social media content every day. It doesn't make any sense. If you help them grow their social media platform from 10 to 100 followers, study it. So focus on what you accomplish in your experience session. That is the experience per se that they are looking for. Okay. So focus on that. So you see what I did here. I did what I accomplished. Okay. I know what I accomplished. So I did add my daily activity up on call, up on the call, post social media content or edit. No, focus on the accomplishments you had. All right. That's the key thing. Then you can add. The beauty of it is you can add links. Now let me show you. Let me show you a little bit. So now I can add a lot of things. The job title, everything here. Going down, now you can add the skills relevant to that experience. It also helps for you to be seen when people are searching for that kind of skills. And you can add links to videos or images that's relevant to that experience. Okay, so you take a look at mine. You see, I added the link, added the video. This is the video that my team lead gave to me when I was in my full-time role in Telegram. So if you click on it, you see what she said. So this will increase the credibility of my skills if I want to get hired. So see the same thing here. I broke them down. I added a screenshot of a conversation I had with this client. So very important. Okay. The next one is your education. All right. Now your education is, as you say, your formal education. It's different from your licenses and certification. It's your formal education. So if you went to college, add it. If you went to university, add it. If you have a master's degree, add it. But I would not advise you, don't add primary school and secondary school. Remove it. It doesn't add to it. And also, if your university degree or college degree doesn't align with the services you're offering, don't make it explicit. For example, you see, I added bachelor's degree University of Benin. I didn't specify my degree, my major, because it was not relevant to the service I'm offering. If I had a BSc in marketing, I would have added it, but my BSc is in something very different. So I didn't want to create a strange experience for whoever is scrolling through my profile. So adding that I have a bachelor's degree from the University of Benin is sufficient. So if they are looking for someone that has a bachelor's degree, I've made that condition. All right. So again, for your education, don't add your primary school, your secondary school, your high school, your elementary school. Don't add it. Focus on college, university, masters, and PhD programs. And if the degree is not relating to the services you're offering, don't mention degree. Just add the category of degree. Mine is bachelor's degree. If I had a master's in a field that was not relevant to content strategy, and I want this profile to be known for a content strategist, I'll just say master's degree and state the university or the school. I won't state the degree. So take note of that. And licenses and certification, add all the licenses and certification relevant to what the services or the job you want to get. Okay, take note of that. So see my here, I added email marketing, Google Analytics. I think I have 5 more. Um, I have data analytics, content marketing. So all of these are relevant to the services I'm offering. Okay. Now, volunteering. If you volunteered in Red Cross, for example, or you volunteer in one IDP camp, is a good thing. Okay, but if that volunteer is not needed for the job you want to be hired for, please don't add it. Add only the volunteering that is relevant to the kind of profile your audience want to see that will make them want to work with you or hire you or train an expert in the particular field. Don't forget the goal of what we're trying to do. We want them to hire us to hire us for a job, you give us a job, or work with us as our clients, or understand that we are experts in a particular topic. If your goal is to build an authority. So you see, I had a blog manager. I was a blog manager in ISEC, Denmark. I was they call it entity support team. I was an EST from Nigeria, working with the team in Denmark. I was a blog manager. So I think it's relevant to content strategy. So I left it. There was another one that was a copywriter for a TEDx event. I did not add it because I don't want to be hired as a copywriter. So I left it out. So take notes of that. Now the skill session, very important. This is where this one influences the search you come up with because people search for recruiters search for people on LinkedIn search bar. So depending on the skills you have here, it will determine if you'll be seen in in the skills in those skills where recruiters search for it. So ensure you add skills relevant to the services you want to be hired for. So you see my content strategy, internet content, content marketing, content development. So this is you see how I based on content stuff for my skills. I have web content writing and web content writing editing, but I left them at the bottom because those are not the main skills that I want to be doing for. Okay. So I believe you're getting the main key here when it comes to setting up your LinkedIn profile. It's not just packing everything into your LinkedIn. It's putting what is necessary. Okay, for the purpose. So it means before you start, you have to ask yourself, what am I trying to accomplish with this? What is the goal of this LinkedIn profile? If the goal is just to have a LinkedIn profile, please add everything you want to add. But if you have a specific goal that you want to get a particular job, or you're offering a service and you want to be hired for that services, and you want to confidently share your profile with your recruiters, with their possible clients, or you want to be an expert, you want to be known as an expert. Because when it comes to professional expertise, LinkedIn is a place where you build that expertise. Now, in the future, in my future videos, I will start talking about creating content, posting content, and positioning yourself. Right now, I am an expert when it comes to content strategy. I already have a badge. LinkedIn already gave me a badge. So that's one of my goals. One of my goals is to be an expert. The other goal is to get clients, okay, for my writings, for my content strategy service. So that goal influenced everything I added here. So I didn't just add every single thing. Though I spent 5 years getting a degree in University of Benin, I didn't specify that degree here because that particular information will not help me. Okay. So I believe you have the gist so far. And there's one bonus section that I've not mentioned, and that is the features section. So the feature section is where you state is like an additional section. So LinkedIn is just doing what they can to help to make people use the platform to recruit talent and skills and services. So the feature section is where you post things you have been featured in. Let's say you are featured in an article, you can post it here. Let's say you have a book you're selling, you can post it here. Let's say you have a service website. Let's say your service has a website, you can post it here. Let's say you have an online portfolio. If you're a web designer, you are a marketer, you are a copywriter, you are a web developer, you are a graphic designer, you surely have a portfolio. You can link it here. If you're a software developer, you can link to your GitHub repository here. So this way it puts everything that like external content that talks more about you. Okay, so it can be to your portfolio, to your GitHub repository, to your brand, to your personal website, to articles you're written, to a product you're selling, or a software you create, or whatever you create it here. So you click on this plus button and you add it. Now, like I said, my profile has gone very far. So initially, I used to have links to articles I've written here, but I no longer want to sell the copywriting service. I want to focus on content strategy. So I removed all of them and added a link to my calendar where they can book a call with me if you want to hire me for content strategy. I'm working on a product right now on a free PDF for content repurposing. I'm going to link it here for people to go and download. Okay, I think that is all for your LinkedIn profile, and I believe you get the full gist. So if you have any questions, please reach out to me. I think you see my name here. You can email me, emmaodwajon@gmail.com. You can reach out to me on Facebook, Twitter, and you can drop a comment in this video. Thank you very much, and I hope this was useful. If you want personal assistants will set up a profile. Check the link in the comments. You see, check the comments. You see a link to my calendar where you can book a call. You can book a section with me where I can walk you through your profile and help you set it up. Okay, so book a call with me and we'll work on your profile together to make it look the way your audience, the way you want your audience to see it, or the way your audience has to see it to decide to work with you. Have a good one. See you in my next video.